Hey, you've got Craig. Welcome along. This is Craigsworldrocks. I hope you've had a great day. Hey everyone, Yang Sing, welcome aboard mate, welcome aboard. I am Craig, if you have not met me before, and this is Craigsworldrocks. Nontawa, how you going? Welcome aboard. Reggie, mystery comment, welcome aboard. Oh, that's sad news there. Everyone, welcome aboard. Yes, Yang. How you going? Thank you very much. You are very appreciated. Glad to see a few of the people that have, hey Liv, how you going? A few people that have found me and like my attitude towards life, the universe and everything. Mel, how you going? Welcome aboard. Raul, hi, how are you? Lap, yo, Chloe, hey. Richie boy, what's up to you too, my brother? Brad, let's party. Snoop, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we're watching a race through. Guys, I hope you've had a great day. I know we're all been running around. The festive season is upon the whole world. It is pretty crazy out there at the minute. You know, everyone making their places look nice or getting ready to head over to their friends and families' places to gather and hang out, and that's what the holidays are about for me. That's what they're about, just being around people you care about and having a great time with people that you care about. Amelia, hello, how are you? I am streaming from Melbourne, Australia. If you haven't noticed my accent, MVMC, you are very welcome here. So yes, I have been doing a lot of lives the last 3 weeks, and I have been basically putting myself out there for the whole world to judge, I suppose. Nice to know another Australian, Amelia. Welcome aboard. Phoenix, hi, how are you? It's a beautiful city. I've lived here my whole life. And if you have not been to Australia or you have not been to Melbourne, I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful place to come and hang out. Well, mate, there's a bit more than 7. Melbourne, just for those who are around the world, Cobart, there's about 6 million people just in Melbourne. So we are a pretty decent sized city. Jerry there, how you going? Hi to you. Gordy, how are ya? We have spoken before. Gordy, good to see you. Yes, Amelia, thank you for those kind words for the festive season. And I hope we are all doing well. And I hope we are, treating everyone the way that we want to be treated ourselves. That is one of the philosophies. You're crying. No, don't cry, Villa. Life's okay, right? If we grab our lives by the, and we get out there and we take control of what we say and what we do, and we take ownership of it, you can transform anything. And I'm a big believer in that. Greetings from Antarctica. Well, if you're from Antarctica, that's fantastic. Never spoken to anyone from Antarctica before. Very cool, yeah, very cool, very nice. I like that one if you meant it, yeah. Look, guys, we're all having a great time. Oh, you're not doing well, Reggie. That's no good to hear. I hope that things improve. Love from Cape Town, South Africa. Whoa, that's fantastic, bro. Beautiful country. My actual father lived there for quite a few years in South Africa, so there you go. He's back in Australia now, though. So there we go. Lots of people jumping on, lots of people saying hi, lots of love out there, and that's what we want. We want people to be treating everyone the way they want to be treated themselves. And that's what this channel's about. So, that's what I'm trying to empower everyone with. The power of yourself. Too often people give away their own personal power to others. Or you make the decision. Or you choose. Or no, I don't want to do it. You do it. It's really important that we all understand our personal power, right? That what we say and do actually affects our own world around us. And we see that every day, guys. And I know a lot of you have heard me say this, but it's something to keep being reminded about. When you speak really nicely to someone, hey, they speak really nicely back. When you talk really badly to someone, you often find they talk quite badly back. Life, that everyone around you is actually a bit of a reflection of who you are. Make a podcast. Well, I haven't got there yet. At the moment, we're just doing a few lives, but we'll see what happens, eh? It's I'm doing this to get out the information about life and everything to the best way I can at the moment, guys. So, I'm just genuine, authentic. I want you guys to see that. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no scripts here. I talk off the top of my head. I talk from what I believe. And I want you guys to kind of, hopefully, take a little bit about that to yourselves, Be your authentic self. Believe in who you are. You just chill and wear. Sorry, Jerry, if that's at me. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, mate. Lino's air fryer is back on board. Welcome aboard. Thank you very much, Amelia, and same to you. With everything that I say and express as opinions of things that I've experienced in life and that I believe are real and true for me, please always remember to take only the things that you like, chuck away the things you don't, because everyone's a unique person and everyone often can get answers for particular issues with themselves if they just pick the things that sit with them. No one's the same. Everyone's unique. So we have to find our own answers, and we find them in the reflection around ourselves, the people we interact with, and we find them through listening to who we are. You're in Melbourne in a week. That's fantastic, Amelia. I wish you a great holiday. There's a lot to do, and we make the best coffee in the world. If you're a coffee person. The problem is, as soon as you have Melbourne coffee, you never like the coffee where you're from again. What are you talking about here, Lee? How I look? I hate my life. I hate myself. Lee. Okay. All right, Lee. You've been on my live for a little bit now, over a few times. Fat Nicker. Nice. Well, I hope your barber's better. No, I'm due for a haircut, mate. All right, so let's not be too harsh on my hair. At my age, I've got a full head of hair. I'm happy with that, my friend. I was going to say to you, my friend Lee, all those hate about yourself, that's where it begins. That's where you start creating your life, from how you feel about yourself. So there's beliefs there that actually make you feel that way, and you need to analyze what your beliefs are. Your beliefs create your reality. That's something I believe. So if you believe that everything's always going to turn out crap for you, then it probably will keep being crap in many different creations. You need to, when belief systems come up and you go, gee, I don't like that, you have to acknowledge that you don't want to believe that anymore, and you need to let that go and put something much more positive in its place. Mate, they talk about a thing called mirror work, and I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it is basically standing in front of a mirror, looking at yourself and making yourself say positive things to yourself. And sometimes we have to begin there, because the beliefs of what are programmed in you, not by yourself, probably by others, will come up when you say, hey, I really like who I am. I really appreciate the person I am. Understand something else, Lee, right? You can't change anything about yourself until you accept who you are and where you are. You have to know where you are to then move from that place. So if you truly hate yourself, if there's beliefs there that truly you don't look at yourself in a very positive way, I'm telling you that you have the power to change that. No one else, you. The problem people have is when they have a belief that's been pushed upon them or dumped upon them at a young age about how they feel about themselves, or how someone else talked really badly about them, and as a child or an adolescent you believed what they said, and so you started carrying this belief around that you were less than. The problem is that belief keeps creating people coming into your life giving you that reflection, because it's basically reiterating the belief. You're recreating that negative belief, but you have to understand that you're recreating it all the time, because the true you, your higher self, the person that your authentic you, actually wants you to realize where you are, what that belief is, and decide if you'd like to change it or not. You probably keep on having those reflections happen, and things around you keep reiterating, oh yeah, I do hate myself, yeah, I'm a piece of work, oh, I am ugly, I am overweight, I am whatever, right? None of that is true. The only thing that is true is what you believe. So if you want to change what reflection is happening out there, you need to take control of the rhetoric. You need to express the positively, okay? And that's how it is. Oh, Fat Nicker, you're not a very happy man, are you? Bit down on yourself. Don't do that. What you say is a reflection upon yourself, guys. So anyone that's, saying things that aren't so great, you're only really hurting yourself. All right, so we'll just remove Mr. Fat Nicker, because he was only saying negative things. And once you have, hang on a second. Once a person, I speak to people and they keep on doing the same thing over and over again, we have to remove them. We are here at Craigsworldrocks to basically talk positively about how we can transform our lives, guys. And if people don't want to transform their lives for the better, or they think that it's a whole hooey and it's a load of bull and whatever, that's fine. You don't have to sit here and listen. You can move on. I mean, I do this because this is me, and I've proven many of these things to myself, and I believe that it's a positive thing to leave these for other individuals to, take, use as you see fit, answer questions that you might have had that you haven't been able to get the answers to. Empower yourself with life. Life is for all of us to, hey Ebony, how you going? Life is all of us, it's for all of us to empower ourselves and change our lives and for the better. Fantastic. Well, I love Australians. I am one myself. So your life is your life. That's what the discussion is always going to be about. It's your life. Why should anyone else have a say in what you want in your life? If you want a better life, you can have a better life. If you want to struggle, you can struggle. But I'm just going to tell everyone, honestly, that it's simpler than what we all realize. Connect with who you truly are. I'm being brave, I'm putting myself forward, and I'm speaking my truth about how I see life. Now, I'm not telling you have to think like me. under no circumstances. I see myself as a spiritual person, and I learn a lot of things from people that would call themselves in the metaphysics world, or the metaphysicians of the world, you know, spiritual science, if you like, where you go out to prove these things are real. You don't just believe a blind faith thing, you know. I'm about empowering myself further, and I can do this on YouTube and put my information out there for you guys to take advantage of, use for your own transformations, use for your own improvement. I appreciate you, Amelia. Life is egotistical. I wouldn't say that's true. Frankie Franks, an egotistical person is not working from their authentic self. You know, I'm just wanting to be the best version of me that I can be. And basically, you know, what you put out is what you get back. So if you're not being authentic with what you're putting out, you're probably going to get a lot of falseness showing up in your reality. I'm a big believer that the reflection is, we create that reflection. What we put out is what comes back. And Amelia, if that gives you comfort, that is absolutely fine, right? Like I said, everyone's at a different level of belief and understanding. Spirituality to me is, we're all the same, right? Big Dados, how are you, mate? Because I'm the one that's speaking on my channel, mate. I mean, I talk from my experience. That's not ego, that's just talking from my experiences. You know, take what you like, throw out what you don't like, yeah? So there's no forced aspects to what I'm saying. They're opinions, they're understandings that I believe. Take them or leave them. That's it. If people, you know, I think people want to transform their lives for the better. I think that I am from Melbourne, Australia, my friend. Been here my whole life, and it's been a good life. And sharing a lot of my philosophies on life is something that I'm doing now. It's a passion of mine to pass it on to people that are interested, you know. People will come and go, and people will like how I talk, and some people won't like how I talk, and that's the reality of it all, you know. So feel free to hang out and listen to things to talk about, or feel free to move on to another YouTube channel if you think that, you know, whatever. It's all good. But being your authentic self is something that is the core with me, right? Being a person that looks at life and says, look, I'm a spiritual guy. I don't put a label upon that. I just go, okay, I'm going to live my life to the best of my ability. I'm going to be the best person I can be for myself and for the people around me. And I'm going to do the things that make me feel the most joy and passion that I can in life. You know, I don't think that no matter who that type of rhetoric comes from, it's a bad thing. There's so much hate in the world. There's so many people out there just not treating people well. Hey Ryan, how you going? Mamoon, welcome aboard. And I do say this as I run my lives, guys, please, if you like how I speak and you wanna hear more and just listen to the ideas about taking control of your life and turning your life into a more amazing experience, you know, remember to subscribe, put on your notifications, you'll see when I jump on. I jack back into the Matrix. Hey man, we are in the Matrix, don't worry about that. But we created the Matrix. Isn't that a trip? You know, when it comes to being your authentic true self, it really is, thanks. It really is being honest, right? At the core. You know, you can say things and everyone can go, that's great. But if you're not authentic with who you are, if you're not, you know if you're lying or you know if you're being authentic. And I want to transform my life for the better and create better things for myself and my family and keep expanding and learning more. And the only way to do that is to be authentic, right? Because if what I'm putting out is what's coming back and I want better things in my life, I have to make a bigger effort to speak to people the way I want to be spoken to live in a more overwhelmingly abundant way, to raise the vibration of what I'm doing. And that's right. And the simulation is why we can change anything at any time. All right. So people that believe, and I hope you have a great time there, Emily, I'm sure you will. And people that believe that we're almost in this created simulation, that we've created this existence to learn, regardless of our faiths, right? We're here to learn because we're all learning things through experiences, right? So embrace the things that you're learning. Embrace the fact that you actually have a say in changing things for the better, right? What time is it for me right now? It is 2 minutes to 8 by my phone. 8 p.m. Melbourne, Australia time, or Australian Eastern Standard Time. Yep. So, being authentic self. I mean, if you are being your authentic self, if you're lying to people or trying to pretend to be someone that you're not, you will attract people to you that are also like that. So you won't have genuine, authentic friends. You'll have fake friends. That's correct, 7:58. 2 minutes to 8. Exactly the same, Emily, yes. So, being honest with you and projecting that out there in the world and being honest with the world is how you start down the path of transforming your life for the better. Now I'm sure we've all done things that we just personally go, wow, I really enjoyed myself doing that. That's a real something that I love to do. It's a real passion of mine, right? And every time you do that, you feel extremely good. It lifts your vibration. That's how you start to transform your life, by remembering what your personal passions are. Things that make you go boom, right? Things that you just, I love it. Makes me feel great when I'm riding a horse, or I'm walking in nature, or I'm swimming in the ocean, right? Whatever your passions are, I highly recommend, if you're not incorporating them in your life, start to do it as much as you can. See, because the passions that you have within you, and as a child you knew what you loved, right? They're the things that actually will lead you down a path of other people that are also into the same thing. You'll meet those authentic people and they'll be like, oh wow, I'm into that as well. Oh, and by the way, I'm looking for someone in this area of life that is going to do this, and opportunities can open up. And they can open up in the area of, Alan Watts is awesome. They can open up in that area of passion. Now, when you're doing something that you're passionate about, you never work a day in your life. So if you'd like to live passionately or with love, doing things that you love, you need to start to do them yourself. You want to push and do your passions until you can't do it anymore, until you lose passion, and then jump onto the next thing that you're really passionate about. You follow those things down the paths that they lead you. Nice to speak to you, Emily. I hope you subbed. We'll see you again soon. Have a great holiday. So for everyone else still hanging around, Matthew K5U. Yes, Alan Watts, love Alan Watts, mate. Old school 60s, just really understood life, right? If anyone's interested in listening to someone that was extremely open-minded and understood his own understanding of the mechanisms of life, Alan Watts, yeah, great guy to listen to his old films, right? live a full life. Live a life where you don't put limitations on things. Live a passionate life. Yeah? Oh, look, that's great to hear, Matthew. And I hope everything's going along well for you now. You sound like you're on the road to transforming your life for the better more and more and more, yeah? Gordies, how are you, mate? We are chilling before the Christmas festive season, and yeah, absolutely. We're chilling out during festive season, and we're reminding ourselves to take control of our thoughts and our comments. We are more powerful individuals than we realise. What we say affects our life and others around us. You know, some people are really flippant with how they talk, and they think that it means nothing to dump on someone or bully someone. They just don't have that connection within themselves at this stage. They haven't been shown that, yeah? I mean, each person can choose at a different point in their life to connect with that and understand that, but some people will go through life not wanting to connect with that understanding and live a life at the level that they want to experience, and that's okay. But some of us are looking for more. And for you guys that are online at the moment and listening, one of my favourite books, all-time books, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. If you have not read that book, Richard Bach is the author. Jonathan Livingston Seagull, one of my favourite books, you know. Kind of inspiring me to do this now. So if you read that book, you'll understand my mindset a little bit more too. You know, I've learned so many of these things and lived a lot of these understandings for quite a few decades, and I want others to have the opportunity. I want others, if they want to understand these things, to talk to people directly like this, right? To hey, Witch Hunter, how you going? Great that you've come online. You know, we're talking about I'm talking about one of my favourite books at the moment, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Don't know if you've heard about that book, but it's by an author called Richard Bach, one of my favourite books. And it is about, once you understand certain things about life, it is about passing on that knowledge to others and putting it out there for others to use if they need to. Yeah, it's absolutely. That's Jonathan Livingston Seagull, one of a kind book. Check it out, you'll love it. Yeah, what were you saying there? Sorry, Matthew. Your choice. Yeah. Look, all of your thoughts and beliefs and your own personal beliefs that have been put upon you, and I say beliefs that have been put upon you because when we're kids, your parents and the carers and the neighbours and everyone, they kind of program you, because when you're a baby, you're like a pure little computer with no programs, right? You're just nice and fresh and clean, and no one has told you anything that's real yet. And as a baby, everyone starts saying, you can't do that, you can't pick this up, you can't do this, and limitations get put upon you. Beliefs get put upon you. And it happens more and more and more as you go right through adolescence, until the point comes where the individual goes, I don't know if I like that. Now, that could happen when you're a young adult, that could happen when you're 40, that could happen when you're 12, right? But at the point where you decide, is there something better than this? And that can happen through, you know, different reasons for different people. It's, but that's when you start to have a look at yourself. That's when you start to analyse how you think and how you act, and am I happy with that about myself? It's being the reflection for yourself. That's the challenge, and that's something that a lot of people find very hard to do. To when you say something to someone, how often do you sit back and realise that you're about to say that and stop yourself, or change what you're going to say because you're paying attention to what you're about to say. It's very hard, right? It's very hard. So consciously taking control. Hey, how you going, Nonna? Welcome aboard. Bonk Ishpa. How you going? Ryan, how you going? Welcome everyone. Basically the only person in life that needs to actually look at what you're doing to improve what you're doing to transform your life is you. We use people around us in a way where we get reflection from them. And often that's through interaction, you know, where we might say something to someone and we go, oh, that was pretty negative what I just said to that person. Why would I say that? And then all of a sudden you think about a belief or something comes up that you go, oh, do I really want to keep believing that? And it might be a really negative belief. But once you look at yourself from a distance, you can decide, oh, that wasn't very nice. No, I don't really want to be acting like that. And you get a choice to change it, right? You can change what you believe. You don't have to change what you believe. If you like what you believe and you like what that creates for you, then you leave those beliefs in place. Hey, Jerry, how you going? If, you know, Merry Christmas to you too, Ryan. If you don't want to change your beliefs, you don't have to change them. If you find one that's really quite negative, and Auntie Joyce, she was a bloody racist when you were a kid, and suddenly you've got this comment where you go, oh, geez, I'm not racist. I don't want to think like that. But it comes from Auntie Joyce saying that's how it is when you're a little kid. It's amazing what type of crap can come up when you have certain interactions and then you realise that you've behaved in a certain way. But when you start being able to do that, when you start being able to step back from what you're doing and analyse yourself, that's when you can change. No worries, Jerry, all good. That's when you can change things, right? When you give yourself the reflection that you need. See, because most of the time we live in our life and we just act a certain way. Most people act a certain way and they don't give it another thought, you know. Thank you, Daniel. You are appreciated, mate. And you are awesome and you are perfect, all right? You do not have to change a thing if you don't want to, and you will live forever because you are part of all that is the most magnificent experience that any of us will ever have, and that is life. Life, the universe, and everything. Oh, Ryan, I'm very, very, seriously, heart goes out to you, mate. Grandma is going to be partying hard, though, I can tell you. The day that we all cross back around to home, mate, she is loving it. She is youthful and pumped, and away we go. You do what the Irish do, mate. You dance on a table for your grandma, mate, and celebrate her life, all right? That's how you go about it, because she has just transitioned, and guess what? We're all going to do it. If we're all going to do it, it can't be bad, right? Can't be bad. I'm here to tell you that we all go on, right? I'm one small dude that has experienced separating from my physical body. We have an energy body. We have a spirit, whatever you want to call it. But I've looked at my energy arm and I've felt this unbelievable power when you're out of your physical body. It's pretty amazing. We go on. That's all I can say to you. And so if you take that away, if you do, if that small part of you just makes you feel a bit more comfort, mate, take it on board, because I 100% are being 100% honest from my perspective here, mate. I believe that 150%. Metric Sphinx. How you going with those two eyes watching? Look, life is amazing, guys. It is. We all live, and most of the time, most people live in pretty standard lives, right? From New Zealand. I love New Zealand. Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret. We're on YouTube, right? I'm going to tell you a secret. My dad's a Kiwi. And he came to Australia when he was 18. So let's leave it at that. Can't give too many things away, right? But he was a Pakeha. Is it a Pakeha? Pakeha? Yeah, white New Zealander. I think he said it was Pakeha. Is that right? From the North Island, Point Chevalier. That's where he grew up, around Auckland. Yeah, welcome, Metric Sphinx. Welcome. I've been to New Zealand a few times. Love it over there, mate. Beautiful country. So mystical. So amazing, right? Nah, it's just got to live your authentic self, don't you? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to pass on. I hope that people, whatever that authentic self is, I hope that everyone can, take that on and live their own authentic lives. I mean, the more I go down this path of doing things that I'm passionate about, like this, like you guys honestly don't understand. Like if I get 3 new subscribers from this live, I'm running around my house high-fiving. I just get really excited about it. Like I've touched some people in the sense of, helping them to wake up to the reality of what life is a little bit more, right? Because we don't get told the truth in life. Most of us, thanks mate, wasn't about making anyone have to subscribe, but I'm going to run around going, yeah! But, we just have to treat each other the way we want to be treated, with respect and love and gratitude and appreciation, and let's make each other feel good so we can make ourselves feel good. That's it. If you do that, the vibration of everyone lifts, right? We're not living in fear then. Everyone's like living in a world of where they're quite comfortable with everyone else around them. And later, I'll let you imagine that for yourself, all right? I haven't got a massive house, so it's not a big run. Well, if I go outside and I run around the whole house, that could happen. Look, being who you were meant to be, remembering who you were meant to be, I mean, I think that's the key, right? Don't get me wrong. I think that's the key to living the best life for yourself, When we come into this life, I think we know what we want to achieve out of it, but we get all these limiting blockages and programs put on us from everyone around us. And it's about clearing a lot of those as we mature. And what I've discovered is as you do things with passion, as you do the things that are in your heart, and you really have a lot of joy and you lift your vibration, the higher vibrations clear your mind. You get a lot more clarity. And with a lot more clarity means that the information about you and why you're living this life. Why did I come here to be Craig in this lifetime, in this time frame, as a human being on Earth? Well, there must have been, I put some plans in place and I had all my group of, spiritual buddies, and we said, look, let's do this. The way to get reconnected, I'm very distracted for it. Yeah, the way we get reconnected is reconnecting ourselves with our true selves, which is our authentic selves, and doing the things that we generally want for ourselves. It's not a selfish thought. You can't help someone else until you help yourself. Have you ever heard that line in life? I mean, there's a lot of people that want to help others, and kudos to you. I think that's fantastic. But a lot of carers or caregivers forget to look after themselves, and their energy flattens pretty fast. They run out of energy, they're always tired, and they don't actually help people to the level where they could if they just focused on themselves first. Lift your vibration, get your energy flowing, get your beliefs in line, right? Know who you are. What do you want? What type of person do you want to be? Ask yourself that question and then work a plan out to become that person. Doesn't that sound great? Most people might think, well, that's not possible. That I want to be a certain type of person, and then I can make a plan to make myself into that person. Is that the person that you're most passionate about becoming? That's the only question you need to ask. Because your passions are you. They're in your heart. You got to connect with the passions. Did you say what you go? Yeah, the out-of-body experience. I've said it before, but I'll run through it again for you, right? Because you've subscribed. There's on my YouTube page as well, I go into detail about a lot of the things that I did to bring on the out-of-body travel or out-of-body experience or separation. So I'll explain it to you in short form here. But there is a whole, I think it's 10, 15 minutes worth of me going through that and explaining a lot of that in detail. So when I was younger and I first came across the spiritual way of thinking, and I was starting to go to a meditation class, and it was really, really, a lot of nice people around. I was being taught how to meditate. Another thing that came up in the conversations is that there were people that had experienced, or that they said you could experience out-of-body travel. And when I first heard it, I was like, really? Like, that sounds like dying. I was in my early 20s. It was all new. But then one of my best mates, who was also going to the meditation class, bought me a book for my next birthday, and it basically was about out-of-body travel. It was about all these techniques, how to separate yourself, your energy self, from your physical body. And so I read the book and I found this one technique. It was called concentration of will. Basically, I followed the technique, and it was about saying, with your mind, saying the same things that you want over and over again while you relaxed. So you'd relax in bed before you went to sleep at night, but you had to relax yourself to a point where you didn't fall asleep, but you were relaxed, right, in a meditative type state, laying down in bed. And you would say the comments in your mind, I would like to leave my body, I want to leave my body, I want to leave my body. And you'd be saying exactly the thing that you wanted to have happen. I did it for a couple of weeks, every night, but I would fall asleep after 10, 15 minutes, because it's very hard to hold when you're tired at night and you've worked all day. It was hard to keep that conscious. But after a couple of weeks, I suddenly noticed there was a vibration that came on when I'd start saying it. And the vibration was like a shaking. So my physical body would be laying there still, but inside myself, I could feel this shaking. And it was pretty freaky the first time I felt it. But I had read in the book that the shaking was the beginning of the separation of your energy self and your physical self. So I was like, okay, that's what that is. So, and then I'd fall asleep again. And this went on for another few days. And then I got to a point where the shaking became that close together that it wasn't shaking anymore. It was like just a vibration. So it was like a sound inside my head, like a... So the shaking was so fast, it was like... That, in the book, they said that was the point where you're able to separate from your body. And so I would get to this sound point where it was like shaking that fast, the vibration was like that. I thought, okay, I've got to be able to separate now. And I would try, and then it was really weird trying to work out how to do it, but it wasn't working for me the first few times. And then exhaustion, I'd fall asleep again. Anyway, I reckon it was about halfway through the 4th week of doing this. And I knew something was to it because the vibrations had been happening. So I knew there was something real about it. So I wasn't going to stop trying. So anyway, a couple more nights went past, vibration, I'd lose my consciousness. Then this one night, I lost my consciousness, but then it was like I came back conscious, bang, like that. Like I'd only dropped off for a split second. That's what it felt like. And I felt, and I'm in my bed, but I was sitting up in my bed. And I'm like, oh, I'm sitting up. And I'd woken back up sitting up. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And I look around and I see myself laying down in the bed. And then I look back at my arm and it's blue vibrational energy, and my whole chest and my other arm, everything is, and I realized that my energy body was sitting up out of my physical body from the waist up. So, hey Jerry, how you going? Exactly at that point in time, I freaked the hell out. I thought, can I get back in my body? And as soon as I thought that and the fear stepped in, I went zoop, and I was back down in my physical body, pins and needles over my whole body, and then after about 5 minutes that all settled, and then I was like back in my body and normal. So that had proven to me that life goes on, right? Can't prove it to anyone else, but every single person could do that if they really wanted to do that, all right? But I've got to tell you, when you are separate from the physical, wow. Wow, that's all I'm going to say. So that was for my friend, hi my friend, Metric Sphinx, all right, yes. So I hope that you like that. All right. So everyone is having a good time. Very good. I did it twice, and then I didn't do it anymore, and I haven't done it since. There is an understanding that once you do it, you open a door with yourself, and then you'll always be able to do it. But at the time, I basically proved that there was more, and I suppose there were certain fears in me in that time that I was like, you know, let's not push it. Let's not push it. But it did give me the answers that I was looking for at the time, right? Because it's not about knowing every answer in the universe all at once. It's about answering the questions that you have for yourself now to help you continue on your own journey. Yeah? Because life's a journey. Our existence is a journey. We just want to be able to occasionally maybe get some information that can help us break through barriers or blockages that come along at different times. And that's why I like the idea of having this group, because you guys can come here, listen, if something's going on, you can tell me stuff, right? I'll give you my honest opinion. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to be able to answer every question for you, and it's not about me answering any of your questions anyway. It's about giving you maybe a different perspective on how you can look at what's going on in your life, so you might be able to get through things a bit easier, because I'm not a believer that you have to go through hell to actually learn the lessons that you want to learn. You can learn your lessons in life in a real positive way. AI, I don't know a great deal about it. I think it's going to take a lot of jobs off a lot of people, if I'm being honest. I'm not fearful for any type of creation. Maybe it will be a great assistance. Maybe it will be, maybe it will be where we advance ourselves a lot further in a positive way. It depends on how people use things, right? Yeah. That's very true. So, you know, we're just going to have to go with it, because AI is kind of already here in a big way. And let's hope that the individuals that are bringing it out understand what they're creating. But at the end of the day, human beings have to want to use AI, and it has to be a benefit. And I think a lot of people, thanks man, I think a lot of people need to understand that when they use it, there might be other repercussions with what they're using it for. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But you know, at the end of the day, you're not locked into it. I mean, life's a physical existence. We're here having our experience, and if AI is a new creation that's coming into this experience, then we probably need to embrace it and see what it will do for us as a human race going forward. I hope there's some good things with it. I know that a lot of people use it already with their work and helping them, you know, work out ways to write things and that, but we're still humans, mate. That's right. And we don't want to give up our own humanity, do we? We don't want to give up. We don't want to give our own intelligence, our own power away to something else entirely, right? I talk about, you know, giving your power away a lot, and it's not something that we want to do. I mean, I think we need to reverse that in life. I think we need to really start believing in ourselves more again, right? Believing that we can answer our own questions, that the answers to our life are inside ourselves. I don't think you're going to find the answers to your lives out there in the world. I think when you sit down quietly and you connect with who you are and you're honest about who you are, then the answers for you will come to you. I miss the 90s too, man. I love the 90s. I was right into the heavy metal in the early 90s. Loved it. Hair halfway down the back. Loved all the music. Great fun, great people. Not at all, mate. It's the earrings, is it? A lot of people go, why does he have earrings? Because I like them. One gold, one silver. Nothing more to it. Yeah. It's just, mate, that's what I'm about. That's what my channel's about. Be yourself, right? Be true to yourself. If people try and say things to you in a way that, all right. Well, I'm not, man. What can I say? Been with my missus for 30 years, mate. 2 boys, so not at all. What country are you from? Where are you asking that question from? May I ask? But may I say that anyone that you know, I'm very balanced. My energy is very balanced. I'm not someone that has an issue with anyone, right? Race, creed, sex, whatever. We should be treating everyone the same. We should be treating everyone with the same kindness and appreciation and all of that we do for ourselves and our loved ones, right? I mean, everyone in the world deserves that. That there's so much hate out there, guys. And, you know, I was a big, you know, John Lennon, thought John Lennon was a great man. You know, from the Beatles, long time ago. He basically, you know, believed that, you know, each person can change the world. One person can change the world. And, you know, if you can change yourself and if you can treat everyone else, no worries, Jerry. You take care, mate. If we don't see you again, you have great holidays, all right? Take care of yourself. To you and the family, my friend. Yeah, and you are appreciated, mate. Yeah, for sure. You know, he was big on that, treat everyone the way you'd like to be treated, because if everyone treated everyone with love and respect as opposed to hate and anger and prejudice, you know, the world would transform overnight. But I just don't understand why everyone hates so many different people around the world. There's so many groups that hate other groups, and it's like they just can't let go of things that probably in most cases had nothing to do with them, and they were generational hatreds from different factions. And, you know, we all come into this world as pure little babies. Think of it like that, as pure little babies. And we will leave when we decide it's time to cross back over. We are all the same. Every one of us is the same. I like to think that we're all pure sparks of light. We are eternal beings that are part of the all that is. We are our unique vibrational selves. We come here as our unique part of the all that is to expand and learn and enjoy and experience life to its fullest, to help ourselves grow and become more of who we are. I can't tell you any more than that. That would be my absolute ultimate understanding at the moment about how I see life is. And, you know, we should be treating everyone the same. Anytime someone wants to control someone else through anger or fear, or if you don't do this, you know, shit's going to happen to you, that's a red flag. See you later. You know. No, thanks very much, man. I think, yeah, you're one of the ones that have come on today, Metrics, and yeah, very glad we met, mate. Hey, Hogs Baffleworth, how are you going? Howdy diddly do to you too. Yeah, so look, mate, I'm not going anywhere. For all the guys that have met me so far and are jumping on my lives, you know, tomorrow I won't be doing a live, and probably for the next 2 days over the holidays. Those couple of days I won't. I'm glad you're going well. Gold and silver on the tear. For everyone that's not aware, Hogs Baffleworth is very much making a fortune in gold and silver and is loving life. Isn't that right, Hogs Baffle? And but the next couple of days, holiday time for me, family time. So this will be my last live before. I'll probably jump on Boxing Day, right? We'll see what I'm doing Boxing Day in Australia. But mate, I hope you do too, mate. Just spend it with the loved ones, spend it with the family. You know, everyone needs to. Well, it is going well, isn't it? Just reading Hog Baffle's monetary drop there about gold and silver. Very nice. But yeah, look, it's really good to say, guys. Mate, everyone just needs to be with the people they care about the most. Appreciate what you have. That's a really good understanding to lock into yourself too. If you appreciate who you are and what you have right now, then you understand that then you truly can change from where you are, right? Because without appreciating and accepting that you've created yourself to this point where you are and patting yourself on the back about it, once you accept that, that's when you can actually start to really improve the creation that you've done. Because if you don't accept that you created yourself to where you are right now, you make yourself stuck, all right? So you really do have to accept and appreciate the person that you're looking in the mirror at on a daily basis. Thank yourself for everything you've done. You cannot make a mistake, guys. All of you cannot make a mistake. There's no amount of whatever you have to do to achieve whatever in life, because you're already accepted. You already are all that is. You already are, right? You are there. There's no one you've got to do anything for. There's nothing you've got to prove. Just be the best version of you can be and enjoy every day to the fullest, and remind yourself of things that you love and start doing more of those. And you will find that your life will transform for the better as you continue to follow those couple of simple philosophies, right? Bob Marley said, whatever will be, will be. Well, that's kind of in a way giving away your power a little. But if Bob Marley was being really positive at the same time, then that's what would be, right? Change. Another thing I'll just say today, change is something that a lot of people are really against, right? But ourselves, we're in a world where change is constant. How do I know that, you ask? Well, because every millisecond of every day you get older. You are changing. At every moment you are changing. Why are you changing? Because we are living in a created world where it is an illusion, where it is a simulation that we've created. That's what allows change to occur. And so if change can occur, you can change anything at any point in time you would like to, as long as your beliefs allow it. Yeah? It seems difficult, but not. So keep that. Hey, Roadstrom. Yes, I know, I'm Mr. Positive. Thank you. Metric Sphinx is a new one, Roadstrom. Nice guy, I can tell, mate. another nice guy here. Yeah, it's embracing the aspect of that you can make a difference in your life. Nothing wrong with thinking that. If you don't think that, then you're giving up, aren't you? Because if you can't make any changes in your life, what's the point? Right? Whatever will be, will be. But I'm telling you, you do. And you can. And I have. So, you know, be Mr. Positive. Yes, Yes, Roadstrom, my friend. I hope you have an awesome holidays. I was just telling everyone that was on at the moment, I won't be on for a couple of days because family, Christmas, tomorrow and the 25th, you know, we'll be enjoying the festivities. Probably a couple of bourbons. Yes, everyone. Craig likes to have bourbon. So does Roadstrom, I believe. You have to enjoy your life. You have to do things that bring you joy. If you want to have a couple of drinks, and you want to sing some songs with the family, and you want to eat some festive food that puts on more bloody weight, you can. It is that, isn't it? It's like, stay thankful for what you've got. Be grateful that you've got people that care about you around you, and that you are more than what you realise, but you are more awesome than you realise. So you haven't got there yet. That's awesome to think about. You can do more amazing things, and 2026 can transform an even better way for yourself and your family. Don't put limitations on yourself. Don't believe that you can't. Believe that you can. Believe that it is. That whatever it is that you want to be there, that it now is. Put positive thought processes in your brains. Be Mr. Positive, Roadstrom. Be Mr. Positive. Try it with whatever you want to try it on. I'm really glad you got a lot out of it, Metric. Really glad, mate. And you're in a great country. You really are. You're probably the most mystical country, I think, in the world. It's just, I don't know, the times that I've been there, it's just, you know, you want to connect with the fantasyful and the fairy realms and you know that what you imagine can come true. You know, New Zealand's like this place of mystery, mate, and magic. I absolutely love it. Yeah, and it's you know, whatever you want life to be, it's only you that limits yourself. So when things aren't going the way you want, you need to stop and you need to have another look at yourself and you need to ask yourself some honest questions. Why am I blocking this? You know, why am I not allowing this to happen? You know, because it's about you. It's about you empowering yourself and allowing more positive to come in. And that's just, again, these are my opinions. Take what you like. Many things can limit you, yes. Your beliefs, from my perspective, be popus there. If I said that right. Sorry, mate. You know, many things can limit you, but your beliefs are what are the boundaries around your world. So I believe each of us can change those beliefs if we choose to. We can make more positive things happen in our lives if you want that. Exactly. It's pretty much the trick to actually changing your world for the better really is about, and I've said this earlier on, but stepping back from what's going on in your life, being able to become an observer on yourself. It sounds really hard, but it can be done. It's about before things, almost before you're saying things, or as you say something, recognizing, wow, that wasn't that positive. Rather than just saying things without really thinking about what you're saying, being able to observe yourself and almost make the judgment on, do I like myself saying that? Is that a positive thing to say? Or would I like to change that? Because it's really about analysing ourselves. No, and you're on the wavelength, my friend. You are on the wavelength. You are riding the wave, metrics, and it's playing with it. It's just fine tuning a few things, I reckon. If you honestly do, just through the couple of things you've said, I think, keep working on it. Obviously, come back, hang out. We'll keep talking. I'll keep throwing different ideas around, mate, and hopefully, you'll be able to add a few bits and pieces to your own puzzle. But judging, I don't like to use the word judging, but when you judge yourself, and you're the only person that should be judging you anyway, no one else. But thanks, man. No worries, metrics, all good. Troy, you look good to be cool. Mate, always cool. Always cool. Always happy to throw out ideas, understandings, the ways I look at life, things that I've learned over the journey, mate. And, everyone has a different opinion about everything, but I'm always going to be about treating everyone in the way that you want to be treated yourself. It starts with you living the most authentic life you can from you. Don't be someone just to try and make other people like you. Be the you that is the you. Be the you that you authentically are. Be that individual and be you to the best of your ability. Embrace who you are. Love who you are. Be grateful that you are the unique spark of light in the universe that is just you. If you want to actually attract other people that are also really authentically themselves and into the same things as you, well, start to do those things that you love personally. Troy, you're a legend, mate. Always never forget this, guys, right? And I'm a big believer, it's one person at a time. Know that you are everything that you need to be. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. You're never going to be judged. You live the life to the best of your ability. There's no winners and losers. We're all just creating lives to experience things to the best of our ability, and you've always do them in the best way you can. If anyone ever tells you you're not enough, or you're not doing well enough, or they put any negative out towards you, don't believe it for a second. You guys, everyone out there is everything and more than you need. We just need to blow away a lot of those bullshit beliefs that have been put upon us as kids and adolescents, and we need to start to really focus on ourselves. You came into this world by yourself, mate. You'll leave by yourself. You are the most important person in this world for you, right? And that's not a selfish comment. That's just being trusting and believing in your self-worth, that you have to sort yourself out before you really truly start to help everyone else around them. And the way you help everyone around you when you're focused on your own self-worth is they see, oh, that's the way that I can make my life good. I'll focus on my self-worth. So it's not it's that bowling pin effect, mate. 1 to 2 to 3, you just start everyone just gets knocked over. Or the pebble in the pond effect, mate. Throw one pebble in a pond of water and the ripples just explode out, right? I mean, change yourself, you change the world. You don't have to worry about changing the world. You just have to worry about changing you to the you that you want to be. I think that's pretty awesome. And guess what? There's no you that you get to where that's it. you get to a point where you go, oh, I really enjoyed this. And then you'll go, oh, I think I want to do this now. I think I want to do this. There's no end position. We just love transforming and the joy of existence, the joy of being more of who we are. There's no platform you get to where we've made it. You've always made it. You're there already. This is there. We are there, and we're choosing to live this life right now. Right? We've chosen to live these lives. That's how I see it. We are the all that is. We are a part of it. Trees are a part of it. Planets are a part of it. Rivers are a part of it. Animals are a part of it. We're all connected to the same life force that exists in the whole of the galaxies throughout everything. We created it. We were part of it. We are part of it. We always will be part of it. Life goes on and on and on and on. Mate, at the end of the day, Troy, I have no dramas with what anyone believes. Honestly, I don't. And my whole philosophy is here through my own experiences and mentors that I've had over my life. And again, I always say it, take what you like, chuck out what you don't like. I embrace everyone, mate. I don't think we should be putting titles on anything. I mean, look, Jesus, for example, right? I believe, now, please, again, don't take this any way, shape or form. I believe that Jesus was a guy, a human, that came and lived a human life, and he basically learnt to do amazing stuff, that he connected with himself at a very high level of vibration because he was living his authentic life. He actually enacted it all, and he did that to show people that they could be more than who they are. But then unfortunately, groups took him and turned him into a bit of a martyr and then made him out to say he was more than everyone else. And I don't believe that. I believe he was just, we're all the same. We're all the same. Everything in existence is the same. Jesus, the trees, all that stuff, right? All the same. We're from the same place, and we're going to go back to the same place, and we're all here learning things to the best of our ability. And I think that there's probably been a lot of other Jesuses running around this planet, a lot of other individuals that might not never have got notoriety, but have been able to break bread and turn it into 2 loaves of bread from one, and you know, understand that the illusion, that it is an illusion, and that you can create what you want in many different aspects. Now, I know there's a lot of spiritual people. There was a guy by the name of Sai Baba. I don't know if any of you ever heard of him. He was a Buddhist, I think he was an Indian priest, or not priest, but he was a, anyway, he was someone that in the Indian culture, he was a guru. Sorry, couldn't get the bloody word. He was a guru that supposedly, and I say supposedly because I was never there, but he could make jewels appear in his hand from nothing, and that people from around the world used to go and see him, and he would just, and they would appear, and he'd give them jewels and crystals and whatever. That he could create matter from nothing, this guy, supposedly. So, you know, there are people out there that have learnt to connect with this reality, the vibration of this place. All people are good, Troy. That's the thing. We're all the same, aren't we? Regardless of what labels are put upon it. I think labels often create, you know, distrust between different groups, and I think we really need to reconnect everyone under a banner of, yeah, I'm a spiritual human. I believe that we go on, that we're all connected. and that we're all amazing. And, you know, that's it. You watch, yes, I do watch UFC. Bleh, I do. It's great. Conor McGregor, it's awesome, mate. Love it. I mean, I'd never do it. I'd be beaten up. There's some great fights, mate. Great fights. But, you know, that's the thing, right? It doesn't matter what you're into. Follow your passions. If you want your life to be like you never work a day in your life, do the things. Okay, cool. How you going, Alex? Nice to have you on the chat. It is, if you want your life to be the greatest joy that it can be, and this is just from my perspective, people need to remember what they love to do and just go and do it. Don't do shit that makes you feel bad. Do stuff that makes you feel buzzed, makes you feel good. And that, to me, Amy Gooding, Merry Christmas, man. Oh, thank you, Amy. You're very appreciated. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I know that you've been on a few times and had a listen, and know you were very appreciative for being here. It's been a real pleasure of mine to go live and really show guys my authentic self and just put it all out there and get everyone to, you know, start thinking about how they think. You know, we do make a difference. How you think and how you act actually has a big effect to how your life transforms. And I'm a big believer in that. Treating other people in the way you want to be treated, it's a great place to start. You know, we're all humans. We're all from the same place. Let's treat each other with respect. Let's treat each other with love. Let's change the world one person at a time. Let's focus on being the most authentic, best versions of ourselves we can be. That's it, right? Positive creates positive. Negative creates negative. There you go. So I was saying, for the others that are on at the moment, I'm not going to be on tomorrow or the 25th, so I'll have 2 days off with family and Christmas, etc., just with people getting together. So I really do hope that everyone has a wonderful holidays, and I will endeavour to be back on Australian Eastern Standard Time on Boxing Day. Do a bit of a catch up. Hope everything's gone well. I hope everyone gets lots of prezzies that they want. And that's about it. So I might call it a night because we've chatted for quite a while. And guys, enjoy your holidays. We'll see you in a few days' time. It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed myself. I'm all good, Troy. I hope that you all have subscribed so you can catch me when I jump on again in a few days' time. I won't be on tomorrow or the day after, but in 3 days' time, I will make myself available to the general public and we will chat again. So I hope that you all have an awesome holiday period with your friends and family. I hope you get all the prezzies that you want for yourselves. It really has. I've had a blast. Talking to everyone and just getting to know a few more people here, and I've really enjoyed myself, and I'm going to continue this into 2026 and seeing how big we can grow this family and how big we can start to transform our lives for the better and people around us for the better, and show ourselves a way to, you know, make more awesome stuff happen in our lives. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. I hope that all sounds good to you guys. But hey, we'll say goodnight. It's been a pleasure. Sun's starting to go down, so I'll do a bit of stargazing tonight. Check out for the extraterrestrials. Might be flying around out there, you never know. Love stargazing, it's a lot of fun. All right, everyone, look, I want you all to stay safe. Enjoy your lives, enjoy your friends and family. Be good to yourselves. Be good to everyone around you. And remember, you create your own reality. Craig's World rocks, and so does yours. And I look forward to seeing you on the next live. It's been a pleasure, everyone. Merry Christmas. See you next time.